Just like how Captain America the Winter Soldier fully realised the full capability of Captain America's shield, Thor Ragnarok has fully realised the immense and awesome ability of Thor's hammer, and then destroys it for good. Imprisoned on the other side of the universe, the mighty Thor finds himself in a deadly gladiatorial contest that pits him up against the Hulk, his former ally and fellow Avenger. Thor's quest for survival leads him into a race against time to prevent the all-powerful Hela from destroying his homeworld and the Asgardian civilization. Director Taika Waititi has taken Chris Hemsworth's comedic abilities and given them the full potential to go for gold, and gold they got. This is a fun, almost party-like Marvel film that has also given some dramatic weight to the MCU at large. His ability to infuse his style of comedy into the Marvel Universe feels completely natural, but it isn't without its hindrance. Unfortunately, it adds so much laughter that it does leave an almost separation of engagement to the audience in feeling the gravity of loss or consequence. At times, it did feel like not only I was reading a Thor comic, but a very good comic, giving us a taste of some Jack Kirby flavour, but infusing it with some of Jason Aaron's current run of the Thor comics. For the slight faults in Taika Waititi's direction, he does have a lot of room for improvement, and personally I would like to see if lightning strikes twice. Because of the God of Thunder. And I would like to see him back directing Chris Hemsworth, God of Thunder, but taking less of a stride from James Gunn's lowbrow humour and reaching the full potential of his strong, very, very strong directorial voice. In terms of acting, Cate Blanchett takes the cake, giving a slightly humorous but all villainous performance as Hela, the god of death, and she does in fact chew the scenery, but I feel like a lack of screen time did hinder her as a great Marvel villain. Loki is back doing the same shit as he's done in every single MCU performance, and personally it is getting really, really old. Also, he reminds me a little bit of a male model in the fact that you can see that he's very aware of the camera, always voguing to near perfection, and it does weigh on his performance. Tessa Thompson comes blaring in as Valkyrie and is a three-dimensional, fully realised female character, and will definitely be the talk of the film, and I suspect a new cosplay fan favourite. Jeff Goldblum was essentially Space Jeff Goldblum and had fun in the role, making hilarious jokes along the way that only Jeff Goldblum can. Idris, oh Idris, my chocolate prince, my beautiful, handsome Heimdall. Idris Elba is back as Heimdall, having a little bit more fun in the role and enjoying every moment. Chris Hemsworth, I'm sure, will get a lot of comedic roles after this, bringing his unique ability to poke fun at himself without being too self-deprecating. Mark Ruffalo is barely in the film as Banner, but Hulk is quite prominent in the film and adds a lot of humour. To add to that, the quieter moments between Hulk, Banner and Thor were the closest the film came to emotionally enthralling me, but unfortunately those scenes were few and far between. The score of this film is amazing, keeping Brian Tyler's beautiful Thor theme and giving more of an 80s synth aesthetic, which kept in the feeling of Taika Waititi's tone of the film. Also bringing in Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin as somewhat of an unofficial theme for this movie. All in all, this was a fun, funny and tasty meal from the MCU smorgasbord, but unfortunately the formula is getting a bit repetitive, being the 17th film in the cinematic universe, but it does add a few surprises along the way that, if spoiled, will, I think, bring the film down a notch. Unfortunately, with Disney Marvel releasing this film in essentially a 2-week rollout, it is bound to happen, so go see it now to avoid inevitable spoilers. I recommend this film to be seen on the biggest screen possible, but with a 3D is unnecessary, not really adding much to the scope of the film, but it will be worth purchasing on Blu-ray. Thank you so much for checking out my review of Thor Ragnarok, and as always, if you like this video and want to see more, please click here to see more. Thanks for watching.